and I hope it's changed since then. But I lost a lot of weight. So I lost 20 pounds or about 10 kilos.
Hey guys!
Welcome back to the Sizzle. I'm your host John.
And I am Jade. Today we are going to be talking about college. All about coming to Korea to study and what you should be ready for. If you're ready.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have a lot of questions before they come here. I had no idea because this topic did not exist before I came here. There were no videos about like what you should prepare, what to expect. So we're gonna do a series of videos for you guys, so you guys do know what to expect if you decide to come here for a semester, learn Korean, or do your full degree here.
Yeah, like that. When you come first, you may not know what to expect or be really worried about how you are going to adjust, but take it a day at a time. Okay, when you first come to Korea, you'll be very shocked, especially if you've never been here before, because it's a whole new country and everything's so different and it's in a whole other language, especially if you don't know Korean.
Yes, I was like in that boat.
Yeah, you're like, wow.
I had no idea where I was. They told me to take a bus from the airport to
the school, right?
To the school, but my school is in Wangshini, where Hanyang University. And Wangshini Station, if you guys haven't been there, is huge. So they dropped me off in front of the station, but the school is like in the back. So I had no idea how to get there. They do give you a map, but they don't actually have a person to contact or anything like that. So I had to kind of figure my way, and I was dragging like 2 suitcases.
Me too, but I had 3 suitcases, and I came at night, and I remember I got off the airport bus, and it was at the station where my school is, but I went to Ewha, a women's university.
Ewha's a good
The gate is so far from the station. It's like down and up a hill, and I was like,
why are they all on a hill?
So I remember I started crying because I was like, I can't push everything.
Oh my God, 3 huge suitcases.
Three huge suitcases, and I was like trying to push them all, but I couldn't. So then like luckily 2 guys saw me and they're like, where are you going? I was like, Ewha, and they helped me with my bag till they got there.
Ewha, if you guys don't know, beautiful campus.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
They recently they collaborated with like a lot of luxury brands, and they really empower women in Korea with starting their own companies, and they give a lot of confidence. It's the #1 female school in South Korea.
They have a very good reputation of being bosses. Does that make sense? Like, because it's like a little scary, but everyone's like, oh, if you're from Ewha, you have like a strong personality where you're like, I'm going to be a boss.
It's like the Harvard of female university.
It's really interesting. Like I remember at our festival, every school has a festival in the spring and in the fall. And in the spring festival, we had shirts that said, I am not your wife, I'm your boss. And I was like, so
wow,
cute.
female power.
It was like, it's that kind of energy about we can do anything we want. Like we don't just have to, when we get a job and then get married, we don't have to quit. We're gonna keep going. So it's that kind of energy.
The great thing also about being a student in Korea is if you guys love K-pop and K-pop concerts, it's free.
Yeah.
If you're a student, if you go there.
So like as you get accustomed and as you go along your school life, there's so many activities on campus.
Yeah.
There's always some, like when I was there was some fan sign or like they appeared just to like take pictures on campus, and you can see all kinds of people. And then they have little small concerts. They have big concert at the festivals they have in the spring and the fall. So you can always see like so many things. So it's a very fun, I think, enriching experience.
Yeah, so let's start from all the way in the beginning, right before you come. Like, how do you prepare to come to Korea to go to school? Like, how do you decide, For me, there were back then, there were a limited amount of government scholarships. So these government scholarships either pay full tuition or half, usually like half. And
usually it's like you can get the half one.
Yeah.
And then if you get like all A's, you can get the full one if they have space.
And also, I want you guys to keep in mind, I came here for my graduate degree, so it might be different than an undergraduate program. So I want you guys to keep in mind that I'm coming from a different experience, because undergraduate, I feel, is a lot harder to get into the Korean school because there's more requirements, whereas the grad students, they want you to come because
there's not that
there's
many
not
graduate
too many,
students,
you know.
yeah.
So at
even
least,
Korean graduate students.
yeah, there are not too many, and I came here wanting to enrich my business acumen and I guess how to do business in Korea. So that's why I decided to do my MBA here. But with that being said, it means that it was very easy for me to get into my program. And when you're a graduate student in the university, they treat you like a king. Like everything that you do, that you ask, they will do. And I want to stress this is because a lot of people who watch these videos or who apply to school are undergraduates. So I don't want you to get the same feeling that I didn't feel entitled at all, but I was just surprised that they treated us like that. And I just don't want you to feel like that's how you should be when you come here, and that you have to study harder than a Korean person because you have to know Korean in the first place.
That's true. Well,
for most programs, don't you have to know?
It's changed now.
Oh, okay.
So it used to be like when I came,
Yeah.
it was like, okay, you have 10 classes you can take, and outside of that, we have nothing
Yeah.
that you can do. You have to speak Korean. So usually they make you learn Korean for like a semester or two, and then they put you in the Korean classes. But what they do now is that because of K-pop, there's so many schools that have all English program. So like
They're very lucky. I didn't have
they're
that.
so new, and I was also shocked because before there was one school, like Hanyang, had the foreign.
That was my school.
Right?
but the thing is, my program did not have that because they had the Asian studies, which was fully in English. That's the one that you're talking about at Hanyangdae. But for me, I studied entertainment, culture and arts management, which is a different subgenre of MBA, and that did not. So that's why I want to talk to you guys, is because whatever I saw on the internet when I was hiring did not translate to the actual experience. And I don't know if it's changed now or not, and I hope that it has, because I did not have the option of taking English classes, and which they promised online that they did. So that's what I want to share with you guys is it's kind of false advertising. To be honest, I wasn't very happy about it, but I want you guys to be aware that not everything you read on their website is 100% true. Make sure you communicate with whoever you are, program director or whoever you are talking with first before coming here, so you know what to expect.
It's very important because I also have a graduate student friend who's a graduate student now. She did not understand the lab hours and how they work in Korea because she studies science and they make her stay
really
there. Even if there's no one, like you don't have anything to do. It's more it's like that office life kind of thing that we have from Korea.
Because she's on scholarship, maybe.
Yeah, and so they're like, okay, just stay in the lab. And then she's like, I finished my work for the week. I don't have anything to do. But they're like, well, we have no one in the lab, so you have to.
That's another thing is, especially if you are a graduate student, make sure you contact your teachers and know what they're expecting, because I have a lot of classmates that did also purely Korean MBAs, and they had a really tough time. And also science, PhDs. A lot, when you're in the graduate level, you make friends with a lot of PhD people too, because they're kind of like people your age, a little bit older, and they're all in the dorms. So they kind of put everyone in the same area, the graduate dorms. Yeah. So there are people who have kids you know, that in graduate dorm. So it's kind of weird because it's like you already this is a grown person, you know. What I mean? Like they have families, they're married, you know.
It's like culture, right? You're always kind of like needed on campus, so it's like you're not supposed to leave. Yeah. Oh, which is the same in undergrad. So if you stay on campus, you will most likely have a curfew. And and with my school, it was so strict, and after 7 p.m., no men were allowed on campus.
Yeah.
So they're like looking around and make sure that they're all gone, and then you can't come into the school after 12. Like they block the gate.
Okay, before when I don't know if I should say this, but I'm pretty old. When I first came here in 2014, they had no gates.
They had no gate.
It was just ajushi in the front, and he was checking. Ooh. So when I moved out of the dorm, they installed the gates right after that. So I have no idea. Like now you have they told me you can scan like an ID card. We had nothing like that. There was ajushi. He knew everyone that walked in and out. Wow. That's how old I am. But
we had a guy too, but he had the gate and he like locked it. And I remember us
yes, they locked the door.
You know, you're like running like no way, it's coming.
Yeah.
And he's like, no.
They're so strict, and then they deduct points. So you have a certain there's certain points that you have throughout the semester.
And like if you lose a certain amount of points, you get kicked out of the dorm, right? Yeah. So it's like how many times did you miss curfew? Like if you just stayed out all night, it's fine. But if you tried to come back, or if you had some type of problem, say I knew someone who like smoked in the dorm secretly and they lost a bunch of points. So it's like things like that. So it's like a privilege, but it's also even hard to get in the dorm. Like I had to do a lottery to get into ours. Because we had so many students. We had like 200 students.
Wow.
And so it was very difficult. But even when you're one of many students like that, there's most likely a program where they will match you with a Korean student.
Oh, that's good. So to get you adjusted.
To get you adjusted. So like it wouldn't be one-on-one. Ours was maybe 5 or 6 of us.
Oh,
and
wow.
then we had one Korean student who like volunteered to help us. So she would like say help with anything. Like I remember I needed concert tickets, and she was like, "Don't worry, I'll go with you to the PC cafe."
Oh, that's awesome.
And we were like clicking furiously to get tickets. Like there's small things like that where you're just like, I think I know how to do this, but this website scares me. So when I wanted to apply to my dorm, they said it was going to be very tough, tough competition, so to be prepared. But I luckily got a room, but I knew a lot of people who didn't, so they had to go to like a Dojeon, which is like a study.
It's a one-person small study room. It's very cheap.
Place. It's very cheap, so you can do that, or like trying to find like a share house. But I got a dorm, and then I was living on campus, and I was also because you have the food in the meal plan. So I had the meal plan too, so I could eat at the cafeteria nearby.
Yeah, I went to Hanyangdae, so we stayed in one of the dorms, and the next to us there was an all-female college. So only for females, they had like special classes for just them, but the cafeteria was better. So we always go there for the food. The one in my building was horrible, and I hope it's changed since then. But I lost a lot of weight. So I lost 20 pounds, or about 10 kilos, the first semester that I was there, because the food was just water.
Not great.
It's just no water. There's no nutrients. So we often had to order something outside or go outside for food, or it's because what would happen is I'd eat at dinner time because they have a set time, and then I'd be hungry like right after. So there's also a convenience store next door, so you usually go to the convenience store. It wasn't like the healthiest thing, but I hope it's changed now. How was your dining experience?
All right, well, I was in school 2 years after you first came, so 2016, and it was really yummy. Well, we had the main cafeteria, which was, I feel like, it was like everyone's grandmothers in there cooking. It was so good. And then they also have restaurants in the new building. You know, there's a big building in West campus where it's all of the new like classes and like they have like a rock climbing place, a movie theater. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but it was brand new when I came. So they had restaurants where you could use your like you couldn't eat there every day, but it was like you could use your meal points to go there.
Did you ever go to like just cafeteria like?
Yeah, so like there's the big school cafeteria, and that one was really yummy. But I think they're really famous for that. Like they like even people who are just visiting go there to eat because it's so yummy.
So okay, I know I'm talking bad about my school, but there were some good cafeterias. And after I graduated, then they started putting in like brand name restaurants.
Oh, you didn't have like we didn't have a lottery, but we had like I think we had like a cafe.
Yeah, I mean like all these cafes that you see at the universities, they didn't exist when I was going. They only started doing that after 2015, 16. So
that's when I just
so that's what, I mean I kind of missed out on all that stuff. So you guys are very lucky if you guys are coming now because you guys get everything that I missed out on.
It's like we were the guinea pigs for them
really
to have the exchange programs all worked out.
So let us know down in the comments below what you guys want to hear, what you guys want to learn from our experience, like our student life experience.
Yeah, do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you really want to do, but you're not sure about? Just let us know in the comments below and we will answer them for you. Okay, so this is going to be it for our episode of the Sizzle today. We really, really hope that you like this video. Please share with your friends and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Bye.